You're left-handed. Way to make the stream political. Spreadsheet has what I'm going to do next. What is it? I love how the intro screens are ear-blowingly loud always. This game is, yup. Perfectly refined. And beautifully and lovingly constructed. Entropy, thanks for the year. Hongbomusho to you as well. As a fellow left-handed, not all is worshipping the devil. We also have scheduled 1 hour a day to eat babies. Yes. And going back to early in their stream, we have talked at length about the ethics of that. I believe we ended up being undecided. Anyway, it's been a good stream so far. Thanks for all of the light-hearted and encouraging conversation, everyone. Was I going to do a jailbreak? Is that what I was going to do? Looks like I was going to do a jailbreak. With an assault specialist, technical shinobi, and specialist. Shaken specialist. This is a strength 3 region. Right. There's at least one writer who agrees with eating babies. There's a modest proposal about that, you think. It is a satirical essay, but I think a lot of satire is people who really mean what they're saying, but they're just too cowardly to come out and say it for real, so they hide behind humor. Right? Is Twitch streaming my method of extracting a human soul to support devil worship? Well, sort of. I just steal your attention. See, you have 24 hours in a day, and you sleep for maybe somewhere around 8 of them. And then you have 16 hours left. But I steal your attention for like up to 6 of those hours per day, and then you only have 10 hours left. While I have your attention, I manipulate you by enjoyably entertaining you and trying to be a chill place to hang out. Now that's unethical. That's unethical. He's Elias. So I'm playing Long War 2, which is a very complex, very intricate mod for XCOM 2. Dials up the difficulty about 1 billion times. Adds a bunch of different mission types, a bunch of different soldier types, a bunch of different enemy types, gun types, other technologies, items. Restructures the campaign, adds a strategic layer haven thing where you sort of have like cities which produce
I'm on the move.
Resources for you, sort of, kind of. You have rebels who work jobs in the havens that you've captured. And it's sweet.
Heading to that location.
But it does certainly step the game up from vanilla. So if you have never played XCOM before, my general recommendation is XCOM Enemy Within and XCOM 2, either with or without War of the Chosen, in my opinion.
Solid copy.
They're all really cool vanilla games, and probably for most people, it's worth playing one of those first before getting into Long War. Although I mostly just went straight into Long War, personally. Eating rich babies, ethical or not? That's a good point. That's a good point. When people are critical of the rich, they seldom consider the rich babies, who are perhaps blameless. I wonder what like a college course based on ethical claims made in Twitch chat would look like. I feel like it would be very enjoyable.
Got it. Moving.
Make the course and teach it be the change you want to see in the world. Sure, I'll just use my plentiful free time to create an entire college course and then teach it. That's just something I have some extra time to do, and yeah, I'll get right on that. What does this do? Integrated comms 100%? Wow, that's a big number. I think that's the first lamppost 100% hack that we've had in this campaign so far. But yeah, our specialists are starting to get pretty good.
What could possibly go wrong?
Jorbs pretending to be busy when all he does is sit there and play video games. Yeah, it's about like 6 hours a day of streaming and about like 10 hours a day of recovering from reading Twitch chat.
That's affirmative.
And then with the rest of my time, there's like all the Satan worship. No.
Understood. Moving out.
Regular citizens can't see more than 3 feet in front of them. They don't want to see more than 3 feet in front of them. Slightly different. Can't forget the Cthulhu summoning rituals. They are hard to forget. They do leave somewhat of an impression. Skull mine.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Overwatch.
Is it a firing position?
Cthulhu is the final boss for 2020. Finally.
Rolling.
Finally some excitement. I optimized my day poorly. I could do things in parallel. Multitasking is a myth. Especially where Satan is concerned. Oh, they're going to walk that way? Okay, we just barely got them. That's good. You've been prepping for the Big C's return? I'm sorry. Cthulhu's been here before?
Down.
Huh. I didn't know that.
That won't do it.
So on this mission, we have one of the reasons that we got that 100% hack. We have a skulljack, and we have researched skull mining. Which means we can run over here, put a thing in this guy's jaw. Yep. And now we can mine his brain for intel. Cool. No, this isn't doing the codex stuff. Codex stuff happens when we do that to an advent officer. But we did not do that to an advent officer. Mine his brain like in Minecraft.
Roger that.
Yeah, a lot like Minecraft. You can do it on non-officers. Once you have
You love to watch me go.
once you have skull mining, you're able to
I'm all over it.
hack a non-officer once per mission. And yeah, like you saw, it's a like 20 damage melee attack, so
Amateur! I'm on Overwatch.
actually pretty solid. Did I do voices for this game? You may be hearing the Joe and Ribs voice pack from like 2 years ago. Nice shred.
Raisins have never troubled me.
Being suppressed. Help. There are 2 overwatches and a suppression.
On my way. I've been down here.
You rectify.
All over me. expect?
Perfectly animated, as usual.
I can handle that. Out of ammo here.
Affirmative. Moving out. Enemy destroyed. Got something over here.
So the plan is going to be... I think we start with
I can handle
flamethrower on this snake. Does a flamethrower work? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'm gonna fortify just in case, because this is
Love the way they scream.
a little bit of a swoopy turn. Okay, cool. That means I don't have to move the shinobi further forward. I have to respect this fog of war pretty heavily. There can definitely be a pod there, and if there is, and we walk into it, it's pretty bad. This door is open, which means that some pod has been walking around here at some point in the mission. It's fairly likely to be the one that I just walked into, but not guaranteed.
Come get some.
One day someone will make pitless cherries. What will they be called? Grapefruit 2? Grapefruit 3?
Sure thing.
Whatever you say.
Grapefruit berry.
I am tactically tumbling. Yoink!
Oh, young Jorbs. He was so full of vim.
Only the best. Out of rounds. No problem, boss. Rock and roll.
Integrated comms. Small supply. Ooh, resistance broadcast. This is in New India, which... we didn't get it to 13 rebels, but we got it to like 10 or 11, and there are a bunch of rebels on this mission. So I have to decide whether I want another rebel. You max out at 13 rebels for a haven. You can't
I'm
work
not
more
being the
rebels
guy
than
left
that.
behind.
But you may like have rebels die, in which case
Seems doable.
it may be nice to have spares. They sound so like sound very much like expendable resources when I talk about them like this, don't they? Yeah, well that's what they are, so.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Yeah, also some of the rebels will be faceless, so if we successfully hunt them out of the haven, that'll mean that we don't have as many left. How good as Long War 2 with all expansions is as good as Long War?
Bypassing security.
Depends. Depends how much you like it, I guess. I don't know. I like it. I just want the guaranteed supply cache. On a scale of 1 to 10, how in danger do I feel? This is not a threat. Like right now?
Heading out.
How fast is our planet orbiting the sun?
We're green to go.
I think there's gotta be some concern about the kinetic energy, right?
I can handle that.
Just a minor misstep, I hope.
About once a year.
Go, go, go.
You sure? 30 kilometers in a second. That's not even that fast. Whatever. Yeah, I think we're fine. Was that really only 3? I remember there being 5 on this mission.
Now we wait.
The Advent Captain would serve our purposes nicely, if it can be disabled.
I think I don't like this wall very much. Those are my face is not a wall. That's just not true.
Fine.
There was another thing, like out here or something, right? Let's go Oscar Mike this turn.
Set him up, knock him down. Copy that.
What's the opposite of Monka S?
By the number.
Maybe feels good, man? I feel like maybe feels good, man.
Whatever you say.
I don't know where the other one went. Oh, there it is.
Not too shabby.
This bullet's definitely connected with the very explosive barrel
I
there.
wasn't even drunk, and that chicken was incredible.
What did you just say, Jorbs? Something about chicken. Something about being drunk, I think.
Moving out. Scanning.
I think that line was Tiny Jorbs impersonating Young Jorbs. Young Jorbs? Yum Jorbs? Oh no. New entry in the canon. Maybe.
No
If I
problem.
skulljack the officer, if I skulljacked something else before, I believe so. Where do you think you're going exactly?
On the margins.
Multiple hostiles advancing in our position. Roger that.
This map has some verticality, holy shit. Don't Jorbs yuck, my Jorbs yum. Agree. Hey, Bidefly, thanks very much for the 3 months. Longbow show to YouTube. What do I do? I mean, okay, so there's a pretty easy solution.
Seems doable.
It probably works.
Close quarters.
Is that all the damage I have? This doesn't work.
Running.
Gonna find more aliens there.
I don't have much left for next turn.
I can handle that.
There are reinforcements arriving next turn, but there shouldn't be that many of them. It should be okay. Big Scoob! Thanks for the 3 months. Longbow show to you too.
Nailed him. Toss me some ammo.
Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact.
Cardio isn't one of my strong points, though.
There are now enemies somewhere. I wonder where.
Good copy. Moving on target. Got it. On it.
Rolling out.
We gotta stop
Hope I
using
won't
weapons that
activate
set
any
things on
aliens.
fire. It's not great for the graphics card. Not
PNP
great at
secured. In
all.
position for evac. Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact.
As extracting, pick up the loot. If you extract to end a mission, you have to pick up the loot manually before you extract to get it.
I'm on it.
If you end a mission without extracting, you will get any loot that's on the ground though.
I'm all over it.
Put the graphics card on fire for extra realism.
On it.
Absolutely.
Tasty tasty on fire graphics card.
I am tactically tumbling.
Evac confirmed.
Can't wait for the weekend. Furiously Eloquent, I have excellent news. It is already
Mission accomplished.
halfway through Saturday. So that's good. Yes, I'm running the game on a solid state drive. Is Real Fire 3D, 4D, or 5D? Real Fire looks really weird. Right? Like it just looks very bizarre compared to other things that you can see. Fire is, what is it comparable to? It's a little bit comparable to like Steam. Not much.
I'm glad to see our new recruits aren't hesitating when it comes to taking out the aliens.
Please? Just a second. Just ripping off the skin around it rather than actually getting the thing out. It's not like Steam, which is just water vapor. not that much like Steam. 10 intel, 35 supply. My soldier has recovered. I got a new rookie. We won the mission. We have an armory with available soldiers in it. I don't know if we even got promotions to promote. Ooh, we get close combat specialist. Close combat specialist is insane. Gunnery sergeant ability. Each shot requires 2 ammo. What? During enemy turns, fire a free reaction shot with your primary weapon at any visible enemy within 4 tiles who moves or fires. This is a strong, strong ability. I lost my mojo. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sharon Rattler Walker. Grab hard targets. Keep on building tanky shinobi officer type things. And our specialist here is doing great. I keep on taking Trojan. I should make another assault, I think. Let's train another assault. This soldier's stat line is okay for an assault, and I only have 2 of them, and I'm a little bit concerned that like 2 might be okay, but assaults tend to do the dangerous things, and if they start getting wounded or killed, all of a sudden I don't have any. Very, very quickly. Gas grenades are quite good. They debuff very well.
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as
Let's
we're
grab
finished,
these.
Commander.
Tech-wise, we're 11 days away from tier 1 coil guns, and those are going to be very expensive to build. So, I'm going to try to stash up some money to do that with. Turns out I'm only at 12 rebels here. Bet. Eastern Europe's where... Actually, Eastern Europe and New Arctic are both at 14 or 15 vigilance, so those are both super, super, super hot havens. How's Western US doing? Recruiting slowly? Just scanning Eastern
Setting
Europe.
course for Eastern Europe.
We have exactly 1 ranger who has been a haven advisor for 4/5 of the game. Did we lose a ranger? I haven't looked at the memorial recently. Maybe ever.
We've done what we can to honor our fallen
Oof.
soldiers, Commander. It's not much, but it gives our people a chance to pay their respects.
That is more soldiers than I thought it was going to be. I sort by kills. Oh, you can sort it? That's great. That's great. Our memorial is a spreadsheet. This is as it should be. Crystal Havoc Hawkins. It doesn't say what class they are, though.
Commander, the aliens
Alien
are still
facility,
moving forward on the
New
Avatar
Chile.
project. Taking out that facility would deal a serious blow to their efforts.
Okay, the Avatar project's starting to get going, but we're still doing okay. It picks up speed very rapidly. Ooh,
Setting course for the
Rendezvous.
Western U.S. precinct.
alright. Yeah, Marat. Top 2 were Rangers. Havoc had 80 aim. Feels bad. Oh, I got it. I think. Is that it? Or is that just part of my skin? Little shard of ceramic. Alright, nice. That's how they order the graves too, by alien kills? Maybe. Why is there a picture of a dog? What would you prefer, I guess? Seems like the right question to ask. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are only 5 rebels in this haven.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
And we have arrived at this rendezvous with 4 of them. I guess means we're not going to be particularly surprised when we find out who the Faceless is. It's a picture of a dog to show the world what we're fighting for. Yep.
Copy. Moving on target.
Dogs.
Confirmed.
Dogs and art.
Heading out.
Mostly dogs.
Okay.
Not a lot of HP on these soldiers. Apparently my shinobi doesn't have items. My shinobi was equipped for a stealth mission. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't just like lose every soldier. And then
Affirmative.
the
Moving
haven doesn't exist anymore basically.
out. Moving to designated position.
You can evac these missions.
Roger that.
But I think since I have a laser rifle, I'm gonna
Orders confirmed. On the move.
try to win this.
Heading out.
You have to fight fewer enemies because of only 4 rebels. Nope.
Did you hear that? Heading there now.
If you evac, the Faceless is gone.
Go, go, go.
So the reason to play this mission is a little bit of experience on the shinobi and a whole lot of loot.
That's
You
affirmative.
had all of the trooper corpses, the Faceless corpse,
Scanning.
Moving ahead.
and the actual like loot packages that they drop. My life just feels so much better now that I don't have that ceramic shard in my finger.
I'm on the move.
It's like a paradigm shift for me or something.
Stepping
And
off.
that's when I turned it all around.
Double time.
Yeah, Alex the Xenomorph.
Getting it done. On the move.
Are snow maps in the main game too? I don't think Long War 2 added any map stuff. Well, it added ways to put maps together, but I didn't add like map assets at all.
On my way. Position
Not being
confirmed.
stabbed has improved my
Orders
life
confirmed. Moving
dramatically. Yeah, the like
No need to ask twice.
the lengthy 16-hour long stab.
Moving to Overwatch. Moving to Overwatch.
Any lawyers in chat who's drafting the lawsuit right now? How much do you think we can get for it? 100,000? 100,000 million?
Moving to position. Closing on target position now.
Moving.
Got it covered. Moving out. I'm on the move.
On my way.
Minus $2,000. How much are you charging me hourly right now? Those of you who are writing up the lawsuit. In L7, it is almost certainly a bug. But I mean, sometimes there are bugs in video games,
Affirmative.
and
Moving out.
that's just the world that we live in.
Confirmed.
We're gonna need a really good start to this
On the
fight,
move.
because our soldiers suck.
Heading there now.
Oh, I can hear the Faceless groaning.
Moving on target location.
Spooky. So unfortunately, patience is the main way to get a good start to one of these. $250 an hour, damages aren't big enough for contingency. Decent amount.
I'm on the move. Enemy sighted.
Is it ethical to abuse bugs?
On the
Do we
move.
check the Charlie Sheen song again? I don't remember the Charlie Sheen song mentioning anything about that.
Closing on target
Which means that
position
it
now.
is situational. Sometimes it's ethical, sometimes it's not.
Heading to that location. Rolling.
Why is that already in
Heading out.
faceless mode instead of being in human mode still?
Got it covered.
I was banging 7-gram rocks. That's how I roll. I have 1 gear. Go. Are you bipolar? I'm by winning.
Position confirmed.
Music is another thing that we are fighting for. That's 3 things so far.
Moving out. Nice surprise.
What the fuck is going on? That pod's not meant to patrol. I'm a bit confused. Got an explosive thing over there, an explosive thing right there.
Moving to position.
Dance to this music forever. Dance to this music forever. Love this dance forever. Dance to this music forever. Now it stopped patrolling for some reason.
Okay. Headed there now.
Let go.
Got my eyes on.
Any 99% misses today? No, I've actually never missed a shot in my life.
We're spotted.
Whoops. So one of the facelesses was just like maybe the embedded faceless's relative or something? Oh, it could be a conjugal visit. Maybe it's a conjugal visit. It's a bit weird. I would rather not have the other pod active right now. Like if I could choose. I guess I can't choose. I'd get good opening damage. I have a pretty good flashbang available. Really? A tree? The tree has betrayed me. It only hits one of the faceless. Okay, it's not that good then. It's still pretty good.
On the move.
Oof. No panic. No panic. No panic.
I'm going.
Does a flashbang do to a faceless? It slows its movement.
My ammo's running low.
Oh no.
Still moving. Weapons empty. Can't engage.
Oh no. Slows its movement and removes its accuracy as well. They're just throwing a frag there, that was greedy.
Let's move already.
How many rebel lives is a faceless worth? Let's see if I... There are a few things that question could mean. How many rebel lives is it worth to remove a faceless from a haven? Is one thing that could mean. The answer is like haven dependent. The more rebels you have, the worse it is to have a faceless. I'd be okay with losing one rebel on this mission, but I'd prefer not to.
That's affirmative.
It could also mean like how many rebels is a faceless corpse worth. Yeah. Missed both of them that turn.
I'm busted.
And the answer to that is like 0. 0.05 or something. It was higher than 16% chance of the shot. This should only kill one of them. I should have thrown evac probably.
There's nothing we can do now. They're gone.
That's unlucky.
I'm taking a fire.
20 faceless corpses for rebel life. Yeah, that sounds sort of reasonable. Okay. Try to kill this 12 HP one, but all of a sudden I don't have that much damage. Another option is we kill the troopers and we fight the faceless forever since they're melee enemies. Might be the right play. Do not have a lot of soldiers.
Get me out of here. This is Firebrand. Evac request confirmed. Hold tight.
Faceless do not kill every time that they get to attack your soldiers.
Damn it! No!
That doesn't happen every time that the enemy gets to attack your soldiers either. This has been unfortunate so far. You outrun a faceless. Depends a little bit.
Target eliminated.
Do I sacrifice Denise Woods to the faceless gods? She has an assault rifle down. Wonder how far they move. They have mobility 14. This soldier has mobility 13. 14 actually, it says +1. If I move as far as this soldier moves, which means if I moved directly backwards, pretty sure they wouldn't have an attack. Probably this one can walk over there and kill that though. It's pretty bad.
On Overwatch.
Soldier has 14 mobility. We dash backward with you?
Copy that.
Oh no. I need the shinobi alive. Don't do it. Okay, that's more like it.
They're all over me.
Oh, it's much more like it.
Taking heavy fire.
Yeah, it's not actually a 90% chance. The faceless chance to hit is bugged on the mod I used to report hit chance or whatever. It's one tile away from this attack. But why? Why is it one tile away from this attack?
Go, go, go!
My cover influence the melee attack of the faceless. I'm not actually sure exactly how it works. I think it works poorly, would be the simple way to put it.
Move, move, move. I'm on the move.
Yishoriki. Thanks very much for the Twitch Prime. On Bomu Show to YouTube. The faceless is counting tiles too. It's outmaneuvered me. It's been ahead of me at every moment. Alright, well, I'll just run away from that. That's fine.
I need some help.
That's cool. Hey, thanks for not panicking.
X-ray target secured.
Already there.
Let's move just like a little bit over here.
I can handle that.
And the thing you want to do here is actually go on Overwatch. They heal at the start of their turn, so if you
Fire waiting around.
shoot them now, this is going to heal back to full at the start of its turn, basically.
Killing time.
If we Overwatch,
Affirmative. Covering
then it
that.
runs the Overwatch, gets hit. This is after it's healed already, so that 2 damage is sticking
Only
around.
winged 'em.
Not a lot of damage. And then we get to run our Shinobi at it. And shoot it at point blank with the laser rifle. Been playing some PUBG, talking back. Alrighty. In theory, I don't have to commit to this yet, but commit to... Not sure how much better this is gonna get than it is right now. 2 damage from a laser rifle. It was a graze. Grazes deal half damage.
Locked and loaded.
It was a min roll on the damage plus a graze.
You know that was valuable. Here I come. I'm on
Can
it.
you parry faceless attacks? I don't believe so. I think it's an AoE ability, not a melee attack. Which is why it's so weird whether or not it hits. The chance to hit on the AoE abilities in this game is bizarre, I think. I think bizarre is the right way to say it.
Let's rock. I'm on it.
Affirmative. Let's do this. Overwatch. No problem, boss. Moving to Overwatch.
Did it get lost?
Heading to that location. Scanning. Back in. Got it covered. Affirmative. Covering now.
Moving to position. Overwatch.
Missed.
Should be enough damage. Yeah, definitely enough. So we lost 1 rebel. We cleared the faceless from the haven and took a wound on our shinobi, but at least we didn't lose the soldier.
Not too shabby.
Positive confirmation. Area secure.
Hear me out, run
Status
gun
confirmed.
faceless.
Mission accomplished.
There was one point in balance testing this game that I wanted zombies that sectoids raised to act the first turn that they were raised. Which sort of makes a sectoid have a run gun enemy that it can raise from any corpse on the map. Thought that would be sweet. That didn't end up being how sectoids worked though. I don't know why my soldier's named Blaine Sexual T. But that is my soldier's name, apparently. Okay. Miss Willis is dead. We've got a 12-day wound here. Let's grab hard target.